Mhm. Hi, my name is Shayna Burt, President and Concert Mistress of Old Bridge Chamber Orchestra, classical music influencer, a classimusensor. We are still workshopping that, so your patience is appreciated. Now, being a classimusensor means a few things. It means that I get to tell you that on November 5th, 7:30 p.m. at the Hilton Performing Arts Center, Old Bridge Chamber Orchestra will present its season opener, and you're invited. Being a classimusensor also means that I am your source for all of the piping hot tea that you will need before you attend this concert. Today's tea, all about Fauré's Élégie, a cello concerto that OPCO is going to be performing with Joan Burdette, cello soloist. Lean in, children, and be fed. Now, around 1880, Fauré composed this French Impressionist piece, intending for it to be one movement of a full sonata for cello and piano. Well, apparently, Élégie is French for lazy composer because he never did write that full sonata. Instead, he waited like 16 years, took that one movement that he had written, rearranged it for cello and orchestra. Reduce, reuse, recycle, or however you need to rationalize that. Forgive me, I am being petty, which is actually atypical of me, but I really should be cutting Fauré a break. See, he wrote the Élégie at a moment of profound loss. I'm not one to gossip, so you definitely did not hear this from me. But word on the street is that in July of 1877, Fauré was engaged to the love of his life, Marianne. He was sprung. She was not. 4 months into the engagement, she dropped him like a bad habit. Now, because nothing is sadder than a sprung friendo, Sanson, Fauré's buddy, dragged him away from his sadness into Germany, where they saw a stack of Wagner operas, and Sanson introduced Fauré to Franz Liszt. Now, for those of you who don't know, he was kind of notorious. Franz Liszt was like if BTS had a baby with NSYNC, and that baby was a Hungarian piano prodigy and also a substance abusing womanizer, allegedly. Eventually, Fauré did get married, but the tea is that it wasn't exactly a passionate relationship. His wife, Marie, was very sexistly described as without beauty, wit, or fortune. Savage. Word is that she basically was a homely homebody. And unfortunately for our friend Marie, while her homely body wasn't home, Fauré was sharing his body with other bodies outside of their marriage, allegedly. Now, the passion that was absent from their marriage actually found its way into the Élégie. Trust me, the cellists in your life love playing it because it is extra. The cello solo teases out this long, emotionally fraught melody. Is right there in the title. Élégie comes from the Greek elegos, which means song of mourning. Listen to this cellist emote, honey. I'm very good with languages. Now, the solo melody is moody and dramatic. It's sad and hopeless and intense and hopeful and contemplative, and then it's hopeless again. And as was true of French Impressionism, the sound color conveys emotion. Hopefully you wrote that down. So you want angsty passion because we're serving angsty passion with this one. So for those of you playing along at home, the Élégie starts with a mournful melody in a minor key, and that's contrasted by a major melody that emerges in the middle of the work. It manages to still be sad though. So you've got this major sound and it's still depressing, sort of nostalgic, like a Facebook memory that is of someone that you no longer are cool with, like that. So Élégie then takes that melody that we heard in the beginning and we hear it again from our cello. Only this time it's not so low and mournful. He's actually giving it to us in a wailing way. And then it fades away into nothing. Deep sigh. And that's today's tea. Now, don't forget to get your tickets for the concert on November 5th at the Hilton Performing Arts Center, 7:30 p.m. Visit obco.org to get details, to get your tickets, and thank you very much for your kind attention. One last note, in the right light, Pinot Grigio looks like Himalayan white tea.